How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to some ice cream special edition. Hopefully, everyone is doing all right. Are you Brandon? Are you 9? Are you 7? So, gonna be messing around with some stuff. Hey, weird. The hair is wild. Hell yeah. Hey, smoking. Well, basically, I wanted to test out some BFCO and see how it ends up playing. I added some, just your standard, dodge mods and stuff like that. Hey, Night A Lily.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion.
No,
We could really use someone like you. We'd better keep moving.
I ain't doing all that. What the heck? How long have I been modding? A bit, a good bit. How long did it take to master? I don't think it really takes that long to master because there's people who are really good at modding and they started like less than a year ago. So
Now ain't this a surprise? Finish this!
what difficulty am I on? Jeez. Adept? Okay.
God, no! It'll be so much easier to roam when you're dead! Can't wait to count out your coin!
Come on. How are you? How are you freaking alive?
The whites hate you.
I messed up. Oh, I have sparks. Okay. I don't have like anything favorited though. Get out of here. Like that's a little loud. NGVO is the best mod pack to exist. It might honestly be one of the best mod packs I've ever made. So anyway, I wanted to play around with some stuff, so I went ahead and added a bunch of mods to NGVO. And this includes Vocrenator. I also added Aljo's 2 new mods for Standing Stones and for whatchamacallit, your race and class, the race and class system. So, oh, and like Sky Valor. Let's see here. I don't even know what I want to do, but I guess I'll go into two-handed since I'm swinging a two-handed weapon around. Maybe two-handed light armor destruction. I added like the magic mod too. So let's do destruction. Yeah, I guess I'm good with that. Did the page open, Home Alone, not unlock the doors yet, so I was wondering who the was in your house. That's funny. It's a me, Mario. So anyway, guys. I think yeah, NGVO is like very solid to build off of, in my opinion, just because I built it in a way where there's minimal plugin conflicts. I guess let's put it that way. Your warriors have more health, are more resilient to all damage, but consume more stamina when power attacking or drawing a bow. More magicka and able to cast spells quicker, but are more vulnerable while doing so. Thief have more stamina and find more valuable items. However, their shady nature makes them less trustworthy. What does that mean? Oh, worse prices? Worse prices, but 50 stamina? I'll take it. The price of being fast AF, boy. Do you know how to change an armor type from heavy to light and exit it? Yeah. Super easy. Do it right now. Good question, good question. I've exit it. And I'll just do Skyrim. I'll just use Skyrim as an example. Okay. So you take an armor, just whatever armor you want. Copy as override into. So you find your armor and exit it. You want to change. Then you take this record. You can click either here, or you can click here. Copy as override into new ESP, flagged as ESL. Call it whatever. And then see, you just got to change the armor type here. You can change it even to clothing if you wanted. And then you also got to change this keyword right here, where instead of armor heavy, you make it armor light, or vice versa. Super easy, and you're done. You know, you might want to tweak the like armor rating values and stuff, depending on what your needs are. But yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. If you really want to, you can change like the material type stuff, but like usually you don't have to mess with that. Then you just save that, and there you go. I'll never change from Ordinator for peripheral. Ordinator's cool, but I like how Vokrii scales more than Ordinator. And that's why I like Vokrinator. I'm gonna do Ordinator. Not Vokrinator Black, just regular Vokrinator. But like I can show you guys some other NGVO tweaking stuff. Here. Looks like let's exit out of this. So far I've added like perk mod, standing stones and stuff like that. So let's say I want to add let's say I want to add thaumaturgy, right? So thaumaturgy is an enchantment mod. It balances vanilla enchantments without doing anything too crazy. And now you might get overwhelmed by like patches and stuff. A good rule of thumb is you can like briefly browse through like what patches other people have made, but unless like you know or you think you need a patch, you're usually okay not grabbing one. So I'll just do thaumaturgy. You just download it through your mod organizer just like you would uh, in Vortex. If this part isn't popping up, you can go to Tool Settings, and then you go to Nexus, and you click Associate with Download with Manager Links, and that'll let you download through the mod organizer. Anyway, double click to install it. And you can actually drag and drop it directly where you want, but I'm just used to doing it this way. Now, in general, unless you know what you're doing, in the left-hand pane, it's really easy when seeing what the conflicts are. For a lot of the gameplay overhauls, there's not going to be any conflicts. So you see like how these have these little lightning bolts. That means that there's some sort of conflict, right? It means there's some sort of conflict. So what this, I'll take this optimize scripts for Apocalypse Ordinator patch, right? Since these are popping up green, these ones above it, that means that this mod is overwriting these loose files. If I move this here, actually that's not going to do that because if I move it here, then it'll be being overwritten by this one because you see how it turns red. Now, when it comes to loose files, how it works is BSAs always lose to regular loose files. So that's why, like normally it sorts like the stuff that loads at the top loses to the stuff that loads below it, but BSAs always lose to loose files. So Apocalypse here, right? This is a BSA. That's why if I load this above it, this is still winning. You see how this is above this, but it's still showing up as green? That's because this is a BSA. If this was also a BSA, then potentially like this would be losing if I put it above it. But either way, left hand is pretty easy to see what the conflicts are. Let me see if I can find an example of like mesh conflicts. This one, I feel like a good mesh. Oh, here we go. So in NGVO, you also get the NIF viewer where you can actually double click whatever mod you want. And if it's like a mesh conflict, you can just open it up and you can see what it would look like with the other mesh. I mean, this isn't always 100% accurate, but this gives you a good good idea. So if I let this one win, there'd be a missing texture, but this one is winning, so we're all good. So that's a easy way to like resolve mesh conflicts. You almost never want things to lose or to beat Lux, unless again you know what you're doing. Lux meshes should usually win. The tricky one is plugin conflicts. Now it makes it a little bit easier with this plugin manager that you see here. It's the same stuff. The things that show up as green, this is going to be beating it. If it shows up as red, then this is overriding it. So Thaumaturgy right now is being overwritten by Synthesis for whatever reason. And you can actually, in the same way, you can double click this and you can see what exactly is winning or losing. Unofficial patch stuff, a lot of times it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Maybe there's some patch that needs to be made there. But a lot of these are just like completely things that are going to be completely normal if you just follow this general template. But at the end of the day, like I've sorted it by like, you know, mod resources, stuff that has to get loaded early, and then like you'll almost never want to load stuff after Lux or Embers or Water for EMB or Northern Roads, unless it's a patch for those mods. But then the only real way you know exactly what all the conflicts are is by using Xedit. Xedit will give you a really comprehensive look into what's going on. And it's so much easier to use than it looks. Like it looks super, super overwhelming, right? But here's the thing. Once you get the plugin in like the general load order where you think it should go, search the plugin and right click it and apply a filter to show conflicts, selected files only. Okay. And this will give you what all of the conflicts are. So it looks like there's quite a few, but honestly, it's not going to be that bad, I promise you, depending on what they are. Now, I mean, you can see here, right? If you really wanted to patch a lot of these that got pulled up from the armor stuff is unofficial Skyrim special edition patch. And you can see it'll show up as red what is being overwritten. So how the colors work is if it's green, then that usually means that everything is all good to go, zero conflicts usually. If it's purple, that means that this is the first record of that thing, and then it's being overwritten by something else. Red means that you had one record, then it got overwritten by a second record, then it got overwritten by a third record. And the red record is going to be the second or whatever record that gets overwritten, and the orange one is going to be the last record, the one that's winning. But either way, to keep things simple, you can just see here, and actually you can go right click and go to hide no conflict and empty rows. Sorry. So it'll only show you what is an actual conflict, and then you can just see what it says. I mean, all you have to do is read, and a lot of these you don't have to worry about unless you really, really want to. But like for instance, this is just the name of the item that's being changed. So Skyrim is calling this Dwarven Boots of Flame Suppression. Unofficial Skyrim patch is calling them Dwarven Boots of Fire Suppression, because it was very important for Arthmore to change the name of that to cause conflicts, right? Very important, guys. Very important that that flame be changed to fire. Extremely, the game would have been broken otherwise. The game would have been completely broken if I saw flames instead of fire. Oh my god, unplayable. Either way, Thaumaturgy is calling it Dwarven Boots of Major Fire Resistance. Honestly, I like Thaumaturgy's name of it, so I'm just going to keep it. Meaning I don't even have to mess with that record at all. And I'm going to guess that almost all of these is just conflicts with unofficial patch, where Arthmore is wanting to name it something, and you know, we don't have to worry about it. Now this is a little bit different. So this is a model, it looks like, that is getting fixed supposedly by the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch, right? So even though I don't care about the name, I might care about the model, right? If I want this fixed. So what I can do is I take Thaumaturgy, copy as override into, new ESP flag the ZSL, call it Thaumaturgy unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch, right? So now I have all of Thaumaturgy's stuff. I copied the exact same record that Thaumaturgy had. And I can just take this and drag it over. And it's going to ask if I want to make unofficial patch a master. Click yes. And bam, now I have that change from the unofficial patch. It's just, okay, more name stuff. I can do the same thing. This wants a keyword. Keywords are almost usually safe to carry over unless you know why you wouldn't. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much all going to be unofficial patch stuff. Now, here's the thing. I could go through all this, but I already did see that there's a... And this is kind of also telling you, like... where I saw it. Maybe it was called US. Yeah. So... this is a patch for the two, Thaumaturgy and unofficial patch, and I guarantee you it probably does most of what this does. So I could do all this tedious work, but chances are somebody already did it for you. So you can download all that. Now let's see if anything else conflicts. The texture color, I don't really care. Leveled lists, let's keep the Thaumaturgy leveled lists for all of that. It's all unofficial patch conflicts. This one is just changing the actual frost slow effect. So I'd probably, let me see if there's an ordinator patch, because probably not. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Everything else besides that one frost effect, and we can see in game if that's going to cause issues, is just an unofficial patch conflict. They're doing the same thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And, you know, like, worst case scenario, guys, like, everything is fixable. Like, you can't really permanently break your mod list. So anyway, instead of going through all of that tedium, I'm just going to download the unofficial patch for Thaumaturgy. We can verify, again, that it's actually doing what we want it to do. Instead of downloading a ton of patches, just use unofficial or associate it to make a big custom patch. Well, you definitely don't want everything to be in one gigantic patch. Let's see what this did. Yeah, so remember how I was talking about, like, oh, just move that over. Yeah, this is, so yeah, this did essentially what could have done, just a little bit less tedious to just get someone else's patch. That's the other thing. You should always verify other people's patches. Sometimes they're really scuffed. Anyway. Sorry, let me catch up on messages. What's up, Ia? What's up, Ismair? Today I spent hours to find the problem. I have hard seams and landscape textures. Deleting world edits from Folkfanger fixed problem. Yeah, that's what I was saying in Discord the other day. I had the same issue when I first started making Lorem. Is what do you do instead of a merge patch? Well, if your only conflict is like 2 mods, if like you add a mod and it's only conflicting with one other mod, then you should just make a patch for those 2 mods instead of just sending it all to a mega patch. If you have a lot of repetitive, tedious changes for a mod like Requiem, for example, touches a lot of stuff. So I mega patched Requiem because it's all going to be Requiem conflicting with something else. So it was easier for me to just mega patch that. But yeah, if it's just like 2 mods, there's one little conflict, just make it ESL. Because chances are you're not going to ever hit the ESL limit. And if you do, and your list is still stable, then I'm pretty sure at that point you'll have learned enough about modding to be able to fix your woes. What's wrong with the hair? What the heck? Yo, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh. Actually, is Maybelline shampoo or is it makeup? My hair alone. Hey, Marco. Oh, yeah. BFCO. I want to see what... I really want BFCO to come out with some, like, more interesting... I mean, I guess there kind of are unique-ish jump attack animations for the Elden Ring stuff, which is kind of interesting. You need to jump into the water and do a water attack. Why should a plugin be ESL versus ESP versus master? Okay, well, if a plugin can be ESL, you should make it ESL usually. So some plugins just straight up can't be ESLs. Like stuff that messes around with a lot of cells and whatnot usually can't be ESL. Also, something that just has too many records can't be an ESL. But ESLs are good because they don't count towards the limit of 254 ESPs / ESMs. A master is a lot like an ESP, except like the persistent forms and stuff like get loaded first. So basically, I don't know how to describe this without being too technical. Skyrim has a limit of how much crap can be in it, right? Let's put it that way. Skyrim has a limit of how much crap can be in the game. Masters help prevent that cap from being reached. So really gigantic mods should be masters. So, but the downside to masters is they always load first. And so depending on what the file is or what it does, there might be a lot of conflicts that are harder to manage. Like Lux, for example, adds a bunch of crap. But it would suck to make Lux a master because Lux has to load late, you know? I mean, it doesn't... Nothing... Alright, this is the weird thing about modding. Load order only matters in so much as you're willing to make patches for something. Anyway. Loading Lux early is technically doable. It would just be a nightmare. You uploaded it, Tomato? Ooh. Wait. Ooh. Wait. I gotta test those out. We gotta swap. We gotta swap mod lists real quick. Tomato. Subdued less Windows XP. Hell yeah. All right. I'm hyped. Because I've been looking for a really good Tundra. Yeah, Tuxborn is BFCO. Is indeed. So Creation Club content can infect NGVO. It doesn't have the non-free Creation Club stuff by default. You have to add it yourself, but yeah, I think this is exactly what I want. I never know, like, this is gonna be the half-ass way of me. This. Why you have negative warmth rating? Yeah. You're Bing chilling. Hey, Blue. How you doing? Where is that? It's like one of the dint or fuse or something is. Well, Whimsy, I've seen a lot of people making more dragon combat related stuff, right? Recently. So maybe one day we'll get something similar to like Dragon's Dogma, but in Skyrim. Or like a better reason to use jump attacks, you know? I feel like it should be a thing where, you know what they should do, right? Make it so like dragon attacks to the head are significantly more damage if they're jump attacks or something. Dragons wouldn't fade when you get close. That's a simple fix with was it display tweaks? Just something you can toggle off. Dark Souls drop attack. I wish enemies could jump Skyrim. If I could have NPCs do one thing, it'd be jump. We need a base animation system for it. Yeah. Mounting during combat. Mounting during combat would be cool. But OSTEM lists already have that. Jumping NPCs. Phoenix figured it out. Ooh. Alright. I'm excited to see this Tundra. Because I've been really wanting, because the grass I used tomato is like really like, it's like green but not too green. It's like desaturated, but it's green. I don't know how to explain it. With some yellow mixed in. So full yellow didn't work too well, but lime green was definitely not it. Hey, yes. This is exactly what I fucking wanted. This is literally exactly the tone I wanted. See how nice that looks now? It's gonna look even nicer when I redo the LODs, but yeah, that is literally the exact tone I needed for this. What I really like about your Tundra is this. These little, like, in-between rocks. Yeah, I mean, that blends so much better. That blends so much better. And also, these textures do a better job of hiding the little these are WizKids meshes. This is one area that ERM is. I mean, this is very nitpicky, but ERM does like smooth these out. But like this does a decent job of making them not as obvious as they were.
Yes, Biggie.
Yeah, what the heck? Was that a Twitch notification? Or what was that? I appreciate the follow, whoever that was. I sometimes forget about Twitch, to be honest. But yeah, that's looking way better. Because I like the grass. I considered changing grass mods, but I like the grass as it is. Like, I really don't want to do anything with it. I think this is like the shade of Tundra that I like. To me, this looks more like Tundra than pure yellow or pure green. It's like mixed in. It's got some like random little flowers and stuff thrown in. To me, it looks like a Tundra, especially with the trees gone. But hey, I appreciate you doing that. Wasted 15 hours of my life running LODs. Those are rookie numbers. I can do that in a day. My record for a day is, I think, 8 hours running WODs. Hey, Lime? Oh, you tried the grass mod? Hey. Yeah, blend's really nice. It's a good. I like Squeegee's grass patch. The only thing I changed about it is I removed a lot of the Origins of the Forest stuff. But other than that, it's cool. It makes the Tundra look really like or the volcanic Tundra. It makes it look a lot more alive. LODs with season. God, I'm so glad that I said no to season stuff. I thought about it many times, but I'm like, man, this would suck. Try new player, castle home, and more. New player, castle. Did that just come out today? Man, this shit's been a work in progress since 2017. They can't. I'm sorry, but no hate, but if a mod is called work in progress, uploaded 2017, the last update was 4 days later, it still says work in progress, and there's bugs, crashes being reported, like that's not. Sorry, but no. I think what a lot of people don't realize is modless authors have to deal with reports. Not even in English. It's a German castle. What's it called? I'm just playing a fork of NGVO. Forked my own list. I forked it real good. But yeah, like a lot of mods I just simply won't include because they're even if they work 90% of the time, that 10% is gonna waste my time. You know, that 10% with the bug reports and crap, I'm not gonna deal with it.
You picked a bad time to get lost.
Woo! You don't have to. God, those charge attacks are terrifying. Hey, Brandon. Yeah, I mean, Sky Valor, it's interesting. I don't know fully how I feel about it though. And the Iron Battle Axe though. I mean, the author of it does some crazy stuff, but yeah. NGVO is available on Webjack, yeah. When you gonna add all those animations in NGVO? Never. Never. What do you mean, dude? Standard? Also high. But BFCO is a gameplay mod, not just a it's not just animations like Vera Levi's stuff. No, it's just some sky patched outfits, like I said in the announcement. Oh, I wasn't talking about LOTD version 6.
I don't know what you... Take a look.
If you add non-canon but lore-friendly quest content to the game, what would it be? I already added Bruma. And Lorem. It's not canon, but it's mostly lore-friendly-ish. Oh yeah, I forgot that Skyfeller also scales like potions and stuff. I don't know how that works with just studded armor instead.
I better get back to cleaning this.
If I had a time to create a mod, I'm not sure.
Secret, we have company.
I'm not really interested in quest mods, to be honest. I'd rather just expand all the vanilla quests. If I could snap my fingers and there be a mod, it'd be one that just expands all the vanilla quests.
Of course. But what's all this about? What are you
New
doing?
donation from Groping Goose.
Groping Goose. Hey, thank you so much, Goose.
I was hoping I was wrong about the Jarl. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruff in Whiterun to send.
Groping Goose, that's hilarious. Is that Uncle Goose? Or is it a different goose? Oh, so you were saying it might not take as long as expected? I read it more like recent events were discouraging modding. How'd you read it that way? I don't see how. I said due to recent developments, it might not be as long as planned. Maybe whatever. Basically, huge shout out to Farok and Sacred Master for developing sky patched versions of exactly what I wanted in terms of armor distribution. That alone saves me a ton of time. I don't know how you got that out of it, but I guess maybe. Basically, I was going to manually, and I still will do it for some armors, but I was going to manually distribute armors on an ESP level. But then these guys have just been busting out sky patched armor sets. I thought it was as long as like a shorter. What's a good chance? That's what J Surplus for? Yeah, but we still need some, I feel like we still need some improvements to a lot of the quests that are out there. Life is good. Life is good. Just messing around with some BFCO. How are you? Right, grab this. Increases unarmed damage by 5%. Rudy's? Are you still on that Rudy train? Because I thought Rudy's not making stuff for Skyrim anymore. I thought Rudy went over to Starfield. Yeah, 2.0 has been slow but steady. Is. Oh, but do you use Rudy for Nat, or do you use like, I thought you used like Rudy for like Cathedral or Obsidian or one of those? Because I feel like those Rudys are better looking than the Nat 3 Rudy. I don't know, I was never a fan of his Nat one. To me it looks really cartoony, I guess.
Good enough.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
Fish.
Until next time.
The one you uses for Obsidian, yeah. The Nat ones, I don't know how to explain it. It just makes everybody look like a cartoon character. It's like Fortnite Skyrim Edition. Some people like the look, which is understandable, but... Let's see. And it's power attack. I don't know if BFCO. God, what is that animation though? That like uses the. What the fuck is that? That's. Isn't that just the vanilla dual war axe power attack? I wish I didn't see that. Yeah. I was like, what the heck? Let's see what other BFCO animation sets there are. Sassy vampire. Ugh. Does BFCO just not really have enough animation sets for it yet? Oh, there's really not much. And I don't want to convert animations. There is BFCO Valhalla. Doesn't have BFCO conversion. Dead. Okay. BFCO Valhalla greatsword animation. That's crazy that there's like so few BFCO things. Gross. Okay. Really not much. Yeah, I feel like unless you want to go through all the effort to convert stuff, I feel like it's not really worth. The Elden Ring one is what I was using. Does Game of Thrones? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. If you mean for Lorem, I'm pretty sure every single unique dragon is replaced at this point. Hey Dan, I'm pretty sure all of them are. So, and I added that Durnavir dynamic thingamabob thing for Lorem 2.0 as well. Now, God, that's so disgusting.
Halt. Riverwood's in danger too.
Riverwood
Better go on
in danger too.
Find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach at the top of the hill.
What would happen if I just casually added SR series to this?
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swap this?
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Ripe fruit and
Yeah, the only benefits for BFCO are jump attacks and swimming attacks. Now, let's be real. Swimming attacks, oh, that's what I wanted to try out, though. But swimming attacks, you're pretty much never going to use, right? But you can. I mean, the nice thing about him is, like, if you get attacked by a swarm of angry mud crabs. Or waterfish or whatever. That's so fast for underwater. I like that at least the feet are kind of like floating-ish. It gives like a little bit better of a... You can do a backflip. I'm literally doing like little backflips in the water. Sea dragons. Giant conches. Bayazura, Bayazura, Bayazura. Kick the shit out of him. What level should you fight dragons in Lorem? Maybe it depends on your build, but like 20 to 30, or if you have a really bad build, maybe even a little bit higher than that. But yeah, it all comes down to your build. And I kind of like Fantasia Snow. I think I still like Atlantean more, but Fantasia is probably like the second best snow that I've seen. My second favorite, I should say. It looks really nice. It's a little bit more on like the icy side, whereas Atlantean is more like snow. But depending on like the area, it can look really good. All right. Talk to Jarl. Imagine going underwater and eyes stare at you from the darkness. The giant worm. Hey, Omega. Yeah, you need elemental resist. Like in Lorem, in Requiem in general, like it's a good idea to keep like one of each type of elemental resist stacked up. Like a necklace or a ring or something. It'll help you a lot. Or get some magicka resist.
Nothing? My lord, please.
What's the meaning of this interrupt? Well, that explains why the guards let me
more
in.
information.
Come
So,
on,
you were at
The
Helgen.
Jarl will want
Just
to
fine.
speak to you personally.
What do you say now, Proventus?
By
Shall we
Ismir.
continue to trust in the strength?
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon.
The dragon?
One of those horror scars here without a beam stick.
It's in the most immediate danger. The dragon is lurking in the mountains.
This conversation that they have always sounds like you run into your parents fighting or something.
Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes.
The windows, hell yeah. This is from Tomato's Whiterun. It's like, it's really nice.
Here. There. Come. Let's go find Farid.
Alright, see you, Elias.
Lord Wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and...
Another thing, BFCO, it has to be a BFCO thing. It seems to, yeah, it seems to sometimes like break my jumping.
Come to Dragon. What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
I think I found someone who
It
can
seems
help
this.
you with your dragon.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
when
Chubb.
I say fetch, I really. You are eager. I learn. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this,
This is a
tablet.
priority
No doubt
now.
interred in the main chamber.
Anything we can use to fight this dragon.
What the enchanting table was?
Of course, Jarl Valgru. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Forgot the name of it. In a second. If you search the load order though, search enchanting, I'm sure you'll find it. Forgot what that one's called. The one by WizKid or somebody else? I don't know. Weatherman's. There you go. I was like, yeah, I don't remember. All right, let's do something really fun. It's called removing BFCO. I don't know if I want to just remove BFCO completely. I don't know if I want to replace it with something else. I guess that's the I'm getting at. I'm gonna remove it for now. Delete it. Because yeah, I think it just needs a lot more time to cook. It's cool though. It's cool that it's like an alternative to MCO that's being developed. But yeah. Oh, let me test let me see if MCO ever got white. Did MCO ever from Distar's website get? Oh, is this still? Wait, is this still? No. Whatever. Yo. Star. Download. Man. Cut. Paste. All right, let's do the Distar experience. Elder Souls Locomotion. I don't think I want that. Let's just do a tech MCO. And I wanted to test out the MCO fixes or whatever. Because there was that. EXP fix. Oh, here it is. Check this out. Power tech. All right. And then let me also grab the. I want to do the. I want to test out the East Skyrim moveset. Consistency fix? What do you mean? Mining community is incredible. Got back into Skyrim 6 months ago after taking a break from 2018. Oh yeah, a lot has changed since 2018. What's the process for adding MCO to NGVO? Well, I'm doing it right now. Wanted to change the orange to there's a few ways. BFCO came out too late, yeah. I think 2 and 4. Oh, East Skyrim also has sprint attacks. Very nice. Although maybe the installer also has. It's so nice having everything anyone has ever made for Skyrim ever just ready to go. All right, let's see. Sword of plates are sold. Sword alternatives, rapier, bow, sword, great sword, heavy, scythe. What? Huh?
New donation from Groping Goose.
Yo, Goose, thank you so much again. Duels. Yeah, dual everything. Windblade weapon patch. Wait, what? I don't know what this battle axe crap is talking about. All right, I'm just gonna. Hey, thank you so much, Goose. East Skyrim. East Skyrim sprint attacks. Yo. Sword A. Right. Let's try A for all of them first. But okay, so anyway, with MCO, you just got to really look at the prerequisites, which should be listed on like which should be listed on the website, right? So you need payload interpreter. I think payload interpreter is already. Yeah, most of these requirements are already in NGVO. So you already have payload interpreter, animation, motion, revolution, star. Well, you have OAR, so you don't need that. You already have a whatchamacallit as well. So really, you just need MCO universal support. It's the thing that I'm missing. Oh, it's just a low form ID. Stable vanilla sprint. What? Whatever. I was in the kitchen getting some ice cream, and I heard a new donation from Goose. Yeah, I was saying I thought it was you too. That's what I was asking earlier. I'm like, is that Uncle Goose? But now we have clarified there are 2 geese. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two. There are 2 of them. But anyway, after you just add MCO and whatever animation mods you want, you'll want to just make sure you check everything that you need in Nemesis. So the MCO mod, you'll probably want precision. You'll want to make sure to check payload interpreter, stuff like that, and then just go to update engine. And then once that is done, just click launch Nemesis behavior engine. It should be good. If you're just doing something simpler, simple no stances, you know. Nexus has been shitting at the bed recently, so maybe. All right, so speaking of ice cream, my wife got me the best ice cream ever. It's so simple, but it's so good. Also, you guys want to know how to fix these like broken Form ID things? This is the coolest thing, right? Open creation kit. I'll explain this. Oh. Anyway, open creation kit. I think I don't like BFCO. You can't use your. I didn't know that. Find the mod, set it as active file. Okay. Click save. Exit out. Bam. Look, no more error. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Best ice cream ever. It's an A&W root beer float ice cream. It is so good. Comes in these like little tubes. Maybe it's from Walmart. Or where it's not a tub like this. It's little tubes. Tube. Oh no, it was Barks. It was Barks root beer. That's what it was. Either way, delicious. Delicious. So good. I like A&W root beer too, but yeah, this shit is. No, I would never add MCO or BFCO to NGVO because they're gameplay mods that goes outside the scope of what. Gotta change that. That goes outside the scope of what it's meant for. I don't know if that's the MCO menu or precision menu.
Carl has finally agreed. Send you back to River.
Did
Yes, Houseguard. We'll leave immediately.
It's just us against the dragon?
I kind of like how slow it is. Kind of like how slow it is. Oh, I got rid of all my other weapons. Let's try unarmed.
And we don't know where the dragon is.
Hey.
Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the
Oh shit! Oh shit! No! I'm innocent. And I got away with it too.
You're already dead.
Why Alarm has max hit poise and low key poise? Because it does. It only partially has low key poise.
Yes, Houseguard. We'll leave immediately.
It's just us against the dragon? Is
study it. I
Bro.
can't afford to send anyone else.
Hey, but now I have sprinting attacks. Basically, low-key poise is only there for creatures to knock you on your ass. Maxu is the actual poise system. Sometimes, depending on the mod list, right? Depending on how in-depth people get with what they're doing, just looking at what mods are in the list doesn't really tell you a ton. Doesn't tell you everything you need to know. Becky with the good hair. It's fabulous. Alright, fine. I'll choose a different hairstyle if it bothers you guys that much. Choose a different one. There, that one's way better. Why do they have to be so long? Why can't I just like go up to like there? About to knock them out with my freaking braids. I kind of like this one, not gonna lie. This one I kind of like the dual braids. It's basically like the other one, just shorter. Hey. Really tiny arms? All right. Get back, you don't know me like that. Get back, you don't know me like that. Fucking turned into Slender Man. Mihail's hungers be like. All right. Oh God, there's no default. All right, let's make them normal. I don't know, like, what is supposed to be normal now. I'm just confused. I guess that's probably back to normal. One Piece. That did kind of look like One Piece. When in doubt, is 1 or 0, yeah. Popeye the Dunmer. Instead of spinach, it's Sujama. Oh, here's another tip. Here's another tip. Turn off those precision settings when you add precision. If you have any respect for yourself or your loved ones,
So much easier to roam when you're dead.
bonk. Ah, you little bitchly. That drained all his magicka, holy crap. Sparks is useful. A little bit too useful. That like his entire Magicka bar was just gone. Crap. That was a little bit too useful. Rip. Brownie pizza. Now here's the other thing I kind of want to mess around with. Right. I want to see how this is going to look. I'm going to have to disable Dindalod for it, which is going to suck, but it'll be worth it probably. So in order to get trees to be a little bit more performance from, I wonder if I could do this. Happy little tree. So some happy trees. Get their happy bark. This 16K bark. Just temporarily, I mean, all trees, get tree size plugin. Trust me, I know what I'm doing sometimes. Really, green aspen? Happy little trees, ivy on trees. Shrubs. A little ivy. Collision, sure. Already have happy little shrubs apparently. Okay. This is disable Olvenwald. And yeah, that's why I need to disable Dindalod. Oh, apparently there's Northern Roads Olvenwald patch. Disable 2. Bye. Disable Dindalod, Riplods. Now here's my thought. Let's use the term no 3 lots per. And my thought process is this. I'm gonna add happy little trees. Okay. Happy little logs. And then HD remastered bark. Happy little trees, aspen bark. Bark. I like the darker bark. Okay. Now, flora additions. Water plants, willows, cypress. I already have water plants, don't I? I already have that one. So I don't know what's the difference between this water plants mod and the other one. These ones apparently have landing markers. Kind of cool. We need this, but for frogs. That's what we need. Okay, so willows. Wood, fabled forest. Stuff. Patches of oakwood, wren, northern scenery. I don't care. I don't care. That. Add cypress to Morthal. So I'm gonna do this to improve tree variety. Sound pure vanilla would be better. I can just say NGVO is more up to date. So really care about these though. I don't care about these shrubs. Aloe. This adds them to the city of Whiterun. That's kind of cool, but I don't want that. All right, so I guess I need the resource pack fixes. Floor additions, cypress. Make them have. Addition willows. I kind of want the willows to be huge. Or maybe leave these ones a little bit smaller and then bark. And pines. Okay. Enable all of that. Sit right over there. It. Oh, it's missing the resource pack. Okay. Oh, do I need the resource pack from creation kit? Wait, so how do you get the resource pack ESL? You're digging Lorem? Never messed with the Requiem before? Hell yeah. These are from that resource. Yeah, but how do you get that? Because this is on or someone will send you it. Well, I can't accept. Is it from, let's see, common, scam, data. Oh. That. There we go. Like, what the hell? That had me slightly. All right, let's see what this looks like. No, I got it. I've never really messed with the resource pack, though. Bro, there's this freaking fly. It's annoying the hell out of me. Florida summer is literally fly and mosquito season. It's annoying. Yesterday, my cat killed a gigantic ass spider. Did I not disable Dandelion? AI for becoming useful and give me automated lasers for zapping flies. True. We need it. We need it. I disabled Dandelion. Disabled 2. I want to see how this looks. It'll either look cool or it'll look like shit. Bees. I shouldn't need bees. This is on 1.6.1170. The save relies on creations you have already downloaded. Why does it say creations? I don't like that. Alright, what the fuck is Skyrim data games? Oxygen meter? I don't see what oxygen meter could possibly have to do with it. Why is it referencing oxygen meter? It might just be like I need a new game or something. Might just be a new game sort of thing. Oxygen. I need it. Oh. .5. Not for Lorem. Lorem is still on 1.5. I don't really have a good reason to switch off of it. I'm way too salt and pepper for Sponge House. Do you have any idea how old SpongeBob is? And do you have any idea how old that episode that I'm referencing is? The fuck are you talking about? Looks like it just needed a new game. When that episode came out, I was probably like 8. That shit's like 90s, early 2000s. SpongeBob, yeah, I believe belongs to the millennials. The fuck? The hell? The fuck out of here. Yeah. Fucking idiots, man. SpongeBob. Only us cool kids can watch SpongeBob. My mom sometimes lets me watch Nickelodeon so that I know that actually SpongeBob is from my generation. Because I'm still in diapers and I watch SpongeBob, and so you can't watch SpongeBob. Yeah, there's no sprint to text from what I saw on BFCO. You could probably convert some or something. No survival mode, thank you. This ain't Lorem. This is Baby Rim. Okay, let's see. What the fuck is that? This is such a fast animation though. What is that? How is that balanced at all? Oh my god. What's the... Is there one for just one? Oh, it's the same thing. Spin to win. Skyrim classic. Dude, they had to call the PS5 and Nintendo. I know, like the two-handed anime. Well, okay, not the power tech though. Why is the vanilla power? They do all that and then it's the vanilla power tech. That's disgusting. So anyway, what about these trees, huh? They got happy little trees for most of it. And they're slightly bigger than regular happy little trees. But then we should also see some like willows and whatnot, depending on the area. not bad. That's not bad. And probably more in like the marsh. I want to check out the marsh area because the marsh should have like a lot more crap. Stout trees, yeah. I mean, these are like ultra performance friendly. So keep that in mind.
Hey, watch it.
Okay, yo. I actually like these a lot. I like these marsh willows. Those are sick. Fuck you. And then these are... Hold. I'm using Nemesis. Bottom needs some gnarly roots. Well, also like maybe like moist. Adding moist to this. I feel like you could actually get some decent tree variety without needing Nature of the Wildland to traverse the Wolvenwald though. Could also probably mix this with the Nature of the Wildland vanilla only replacer. Then apparently added something to Markarth area. Florida is the best state, unironically. I like Florida. Keeps things interesting. Imagine if every state was like Maine. Couldn't do the weather. It honestly, you get used to it really fast, and it's very like the temperature is pretty much the same year round. So like you don't notice temperature shifts as much. Lobos tree variation mod. Oh, this is a all-in-one? That's kind of nice. Check this out. Wow, people really don't want me to remove improved camera. Okay. Order was changed. Then stop asking me. Proof camera breaks so many good new mods. Does it? What else does it break besides the newest one? Improved camera, it's such a, I don't know how I feel about it. I have never known how I really, it's cool, but at the same time, like, I don't know. What the fuck? Whenever. Wonder if Elod is still making the mead with the juniper berries. It breaks first person animations? No. It hasn't broken my first person animations. The clipping, though, is an issue. I think the clipping, and also I just some of the what is it called? Immersive animations just want to get forced in first person no matter what. Okay, let's go back to Riverwood. I feel like Blubos trees are just like very like, I don't know. I mean, this is a big motherfucker. You know what I mean? That is a big motherfucker. It's cool, but you like that? It's just so tall. Pointy. Downsized patch. Magnum tree. Pointed for her pleasure. Dragon smack it. Imagine if a dragon hits it at full speed, it just instantly dies. But see, now we're getting some variety with the trees. See what I mean? See what I mean? Without having too many trees everywhere. An interesting one. Oh, true. We should check out Falkreath. Monk. You want to build a house on it? Yeah, Falkreath has some big chunkers.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
No, you weren't. Liar. But yeah, I mean, like, Falkreath is looking cozy. Even though this is like vanilla Falkreath, by the way. With just some like mesh swappers for the rooftops and stuff.
Citizen.
Let's check out the Rift. I'm more curious about. The Rift is either going to be really sick or really just insane. You know. Oh, I already saw something. I already know what tree that is. I've seen it before. Yo, this is colorful as shit. What the fuck? Do I have Aspens Ablaze in this still? I feel like I must. And this is colorful. Still back here. We need seasons whenever Hold has its own season. Right? Jump attack! Wait. Oh, I removed BFCO, I can't jump attack him. The one time jump attack, the one time ever in Skyrim history a jump attack would have been helpful. And it's to go Wolf Ultimate Baby Room experience. Yeah, but it also took like 20 hits to kill me. I think that's what people don't get about Requiem. Requiem is just... Requiem is basically Wildcat, where you do a lot of damage, but so do other things. The difference between Requiem and just adding Wildcat is in Requiem, the endgame stuff you're not going to be able to one-shot early on. See if there's anything here. No one needs seasons. Seasons, what people don't also realize is like, it just slows down development of a list. If you want a list to keep getting like new features constantly added, better hope seasons will get added. Can't really tell if there's a... I think there are some new trees. You're using these? Hey. I mean, they feel like pretty light, especially if you don't use 3D LODs, or they'll be pretty light. Surprised that Requiem followers are not OP and get beat up. Happy to see. Yeah, that too. There's a lot of cool things Requiem does. Oh, let's check out Morthal. Morthal, I bet Morthal is gonna be nuts. I bet Morthal is gonna be absolutely bonkers. Honestly, not really. I mean, actually, I see some stuff. It's just there's... Imagine this paired with city trees. Yeah, there are some actual really sick trees here. Yo, this might be the Wombo combo. Just Blubos variations with floral additions and happy little trees. Yeah, Nature of the Wildlands still peak Morthal. Surprised no one's made a Morthal only patch for it. Or like, I've been really hoping one day somebody makes a Nature of the Wildlands modular version where you can choose the regions that you want. I think Nature of the Wildlands has a really good pine forest, but it's just so performance heavy. This is just wild. Pretty swampy, yeah. What you doing tonight? Watching some dude watch trees in Skyrim. Accurate. Requiem is a pain to patch. It's super easy nowadays. The Requiem is hard to patch thing hasn't been true for a long time. I mean, it's just Requiem. If you want full consistency, then yeah. But unless you're like super OCD, you're not gonna notice most things. All you gotta do is load Requiem pretty high in your load order. But there's a synthesis NPC patcher now for Requiem. Makes the process like a lot smoother. Interesting. I mean, these are pretty cool. I do gotta say, my target lock thing is like stuck. It'll be your first time playing Requiem? Oh yeah. Requiem is an experience. A journey, let's put it that way. But this is kind of cool. It gives me some ideas. I understand rectificator for balance and distribute perks for core mechanics and made patches for. Yeah, basically. And then use the Requiem NPC patcher for NPCs. Otherwise, they're gonna just die really fast unless there's already an NPC patch for them. Like a lot of big mods like Bruma, Vigilant, Wormstooth, Fallscar, Moonpath to Elsewhere already have Requiem patches, so there's that. Requiem also has like one of the best magic mods with magic redone. I mean, Requiem is slept on so hard. Simon Rim plus Sky Valor, that sounds disgusting. I don't think Simon Rim and Sky Valor mesh too well together, personally. Having experienced it firsthand, I don't think it works. I mean, Simon Rim is already designed If you're doing full Simon Rim, I don't think there's any reason to do Sky Valor. The Simon Rim is already designed around the vanilla leveling system and everything. And to do what Sky Valor does, I mean, I just don't think there's a point to it. Makes it impossible. I don't think it makes it impossible. If anything, it makes it like you're gonna basically have just over exaggerated increases in your skills once you take perks, and it's just the balance is just gonna get thrown out the window. Been playing first playthrough with Simon Rim. Oh my god, every hard enemy is so tanky. Please don't give them more health. Well, it's going to give them more health, but it's also going to give you more damage. And then that damage stacked with how Simon Rim damage scales. I don't know. I've so far played 2 Sky Valor Simon Rim lists, and I don't think it fit either one of them. That's just me personally, but if the authors want it, like, the authors want it. Simon Rim kind of whack. I don't think whoever one-shot a boss past level 25. Yeah. Simon Rim, I don't know. Yeah, the Tuxborn mix, Simon and I is good. I just can't. I really have a hard time enjoying full Simon Rim these days. You ever get bored of Skyrim? The game itself, yeah, sure, all the time. Modding it though, there's always something to do. Keep it interesting. Modding it is the game. Checking out new mods is the other game. I think that Simon Rim though, like I don't know why so many people jumped on the Simon Rim bandwagon last year. I think that's what kind of killed it. It was cooler when it was niche. It sounds like a hipster thing to say, but it's true. Once every other, actually more than every other list that I was trying was Simon Rim, it started to get really hard to tell a bunch of lists apart, and I was just like, oh. There's another one. I mean, collaborations with mod list authors are kind of tough, but there's some Simon Rim lists that were so similar. I was just thinking in my head of like, wow, this would have been just so much easier if the authors just collaborated together or something.
Tools, wares, and weapons. All for
I used to just install Ordinator Call of Day for years.
makes this one weary.
Vocrenator is cool, which is just Ordinator and Vocrei. Cause saves take longer and longer over time. LOTD. I don't think there is an NIRM MCO list other than Aldernari. Nolvis. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's Nolvis and Aldernari. Nico experience? Nico experience. That's the Tuxborn is like a mix on IRM Simon as BFCO. By saying Lorem so much these past few months, I feel like Requiem will just take care of some. Requiem does a good job of progressing you through the stages of Skyrim, where like you're not constantly fighting the same thing. It's funny because Requiem's #1 criticism that I hear is actually the complete opposite of what it does. The thing that people assume Requiem does is actually the complete opposite of what Requiem does. In Requiem, the first few levels you're fighting mud crabs and wolves and stuff, and then you stop fighting them, and then you go start fighting bandits and whatnot. And then you stop fighting them, and then you start fighting like Forsworn and crap. And then you stop fighting them, you go fight vampires and stuff. Like, whereas in vanilla Skyrim, you're constantly fighting like bandits because they're always like leveling with you. Up until like level 40 or some shit. You know? I really don't want to be in Daedric armor taking more than one swing to kill a bandit, you know? Thoughts on Volcanator Black? I mean, I like it. I mean, this is what I'm using right now. This. Well, yeah, if it's designed for a Steam Deck, of course it's going to be, like, in terms of graphics. Otherwise it wouldn't run well. Or as well as it does. The skeleton just left. It's just homies. But, I mean... Why did I do light armor? Should have done heavy. But yeah, I mean, some people like the vanilla keeping the world leveled thing. It's fair, but I'm just never been the biggest fan. There we go. I tried Invicta. Oh, Invicta, that's another MCO NRM list. Favorite dodging mod? For an all-in-one, I like the ultimate dodge mod, but doesn't have that many animations to support it, so TK dodge. Those are the only two I'd even consider. I don't like that dodge MCO is only third person. I think he's already polished it a little bit, Troller. Yeah. Constantly a work in progress. As are most lists. I feel like lists either update or they die. That's for me, well, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing. If you're not like list hopping a lot and you're not aware of like all the mods constantly coming out, it might not really matter to you. But if you play like a list that has the newest mods, there's a few mods that you'll come across that are just like must have, and then it feels weird to go back and play lists that haven't been updated in like 2 years and don't have, you know, like something a little like this instant dialogue skip mod, you know. To me, that's like a must-have mod now. And it's so hard to like play without it.
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood.
You'd get a lot of complaints from first-person players if you use the MCO on WebJ. Well, if you use DMCO, you should probably like lock the list to be third person only. I don't see any other reason to use it. No. I want to check out that new Soldian's Sinkhole mod. A quaint hamlet of Soldian Sinkhole. Cheese mod patch, ELFX, Lux, Luxorbis, Lux. Soldian Stinkhole. Hang on, if they made landscape changes, the landscape might be all messed up. I'll at least put it like above water free and B and just hope that it's mostly fine. Hey, son. Quick loot. I don't know. I kind of got sick of quick loot personally. I'm the complete opposite. I found that I was really only using quick loot for like previewing the loot, which isn't like a good use of it. I kept like whenever I wanted to actually loot, I would go and just press R to do the traditional loot anyway. So yeah. Yeah, I'm probably never gonna add it again. I understand the appeal of it, but I don't know. It's super, super annoying when you accidentally loot something in combat. Oh, hey.
Yes? Hmm? Yes? Yes? Need something?
I used to be an adventurer like you. Huh, just kidding. Huh? Hello, friend. Welcome to Solion's Stinkhole. Wait, did I say Stinkhole?
Hey, that's what I just said.
I don't mind a bit of snow, but this rain? No, not for me. Not for me at all.
Bullion Smithy. Oi, welcome to the fucking Solian Smithy.
Need something?
Isn't it? This is very quaint.
Have you met that?
God. Vassals? Unplayable! That's actually probably just because I haven't rerun the Vertex patcher.
What do you need? Oh dear. The old Rolden Inn is running low on potatoes. I have a delivery for them, but I'm too frightened with all this.
Somebody touch my potato. Go for it, fork NGVO.
We tunneled into an old crypt. We're warning strangers to keep out.
NGVO is like quickly becoming one of the most forked lists ever. Which is pretty sick.
Whoa there! I don't know where you're going, but stay out of that mine. We tunneled. We're not mining up any ore with those. But if you want to get yourself killed, go ahead.
What is it, Imperial?
I don't know.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Imperial. I wonder if this has changed at all. Ow! What the fuck was that? Where did I get shot from? Above? Oh yeah, it is. Even. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Dyke? Level up mid-combat? Oh, he's angry. I really don't have... Jeez, barely. I like Forkent Novus, but it has a lot of fluff. Yeah, honestly, it's easier to re-add mods that you're missing than it is to remove mods that you don't want. Basically, every time I watch your stream, I'm learning like MO2 can do that and spending the rest of the time looking at mods. Oh yeah. Video library series of my entire brain. I don't know about that. Ew, does this use an alternate texture? Why is my more informative console not consoling? Do I even have more informative console? More informative console. Losing to Dear Dark Diary mode. Now it should work. Is Novus considered old? I mean, it last updated last year, but V6 comes out this year, so I don't know. V5 though, I really hope it fixes some of the glaring visual issues that I had with it. Like it had that weird effect when you like ran, like you could see the parallax changing as you ran. Does NGVO have all the aid? No, it just has the free content. You can easily add the other stuff yourself though. I mean, V6 visually looks better, but gameplay wise, for me at least, it's like further than what I want. Why is more informative console being so stupid? And it's like a weird update related thing. But yeah, like the visual only version though should be a banger. No, you don't drop them into the downloads, you drop them into the data. So here's how to add DC to NGVO. Right. Well, you could do it one of two ways. You could, right? There's this free Creation Club's file mod, right? So what you could do is go to Skyrim, data, and find whatever your creations are and just drag and drop them into here. So yeah, anything that starts with a CC. This is probably the easiest way to do it. Just take this, drop it into here. And then when it asks about the same file name, just skip them. And then you should just be able to refresh. And look, now you have all your Creation Club stuff. But now you just have to get patches for whatever, like the unofficial Creation Club patch. You'll need a patch Northern Roads. I mean, if you don't, so some people don't like Northern Roads, or they just can't be bothered with patching Northern Roads. So literally all you do is just remove all the Northern Roads mods. Remove them. Then there's a NGVO Northern Roads patch. If you click on the mod, it'll show up in blue on the left side where it's coming from. So you can that. And also remove the water for E and B Shades of Skyrim patches. And then you'll need to just rerun the outputs. So you'll need to rerun like synthesis, Dindalod, stuff like that. But I'm just showing you how literally easy it is. Refresh this real quick. Oh, actually, here. Never have FlatMap framework enabled the plugins when you run synthesis or LodGen or TextGen or Dindalod. The default synthesis patches are already set up for you. Got to run it. So fun. Why? Because it's pointless to run it. There's zero, like there's, what FlatMap framework does is it just edits the like world overview records, which you'll never want to touch. Like there's the records for FlatMap framework are what they are. They shouldn't be messed with. The only patch you really need is like Lux and water for A and B sort of thing. When the Nick is failing? Oh. Brownie pizza. Yeah, you can just pull them from data and copy them into the tunes. Yep. Like I said, you'll need patches for like landscape mods and stuff. By the way, it's not a good idea to remove northern roads on an existing save, but doing it anyway. Back to Riverwood. So as you can tell, now it has regular roads. Very fancy, very fancy. No more northern roads. You get the classic cobbleback. This is a little blend of Fantasia with Tomatoes blended roads. Actually, it looks pretty good. If I'm gonna be honest, the cobble is there, but it's like very subtle. And if you want to completely get rid of the cobble, you can add simplest roads or whatever. Their cutoff mark for mods, especially low-end specs. The amount of mods doesn't necessarily mean that it has anything to do with... Like, you could have a mod list with 100 mods that runs like ass. You can have a mod list with 3,000 mods that runs great. It depends on what the mods are, what they're doing. So... Load size won't... The only thing the amount of mods can give you a reference point of is like how long it's going to take to actually load in the game. In general, though, it's probably true that lighter size lists probably run a little bit better. But that's not always the case. Yeah, honestly, I kind of like how this blended roads looks. Hey, I got a swing in that time. Ow.
Handle yourself well.
I know, I'm so good.
An order of... And we show up to solve problems. Not for me to... The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him...
Did he still launch? No, he didn't launch Rhea.
Put that down.
Oh.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything in a fight.
I hate Rhea's face. I don't know why. She's just such a jerk. Anyway, guys. I think I'm gonna leave it off here for the stream. We'll keep it a little bit shorter today. But hopefully the stream was like useful info for people. Because NGVO, honestly, like, don't get overwhelmed by stuff. It's very, very easy to mod. I made it specifically so that you guys don't have to mess with a lot of plugins. It's I would say it's very beginner friendly. Pretty much all the mods in it are up to date. So if you ever wanted to make your own list, like, just honestly, the best thing to do is just start playing around with stuff. Just download it. I know watching can be helpful, but until you actually like dig your teeth into it, you know, you're not gonna get the full experience. But when you start like actually messing with stuff yourself, make some little patches, mess around with the load order, see what happens when you like load things in the wrong order. Like see why. Like any, for example, with the flat map stuff, anything that's a landscape issue, anything that touches the world at all, these same records, if there's a, unless it's a patch for flat map framework, if these end up showing up as green for your new mod you added, that's going to be an issue because their map will turn purple. Then you can like go into Xedit and find out why that's going on. Give yourself a little bit of background. But anyway, guys, y'all are awesome. And Groping Goose, thank you so much for the coffees. That was very kind of you. And Tomato, thank you so much for that retexture of the grass. Definitely looks great in Lorem. Anyway, y'all, have a good night. And I'll catch you next stream.